going
dude,
on.
that spawned a whole trip for me one time when I was on acid. My mom called me up.
No.
And I ran out. It was a hot day, dude. I started like taking off my clothes. I was like that guy, dude. I was in a church. I had taken
Always in a church.
I had taken 700 hits of acid I didn't know of microdot black pyramid.
Hold on, wait.
And I thought that it was like it's just taking one, right? But it was like this little tab like this, like a triangle. And I knew when I bit into it, and I felt all the shit spew out inside my mouth. I go, wait, I don't think it's supposed to be that much, guys. But within 10 minutes, I start tripping because usually you got to wait like an hour.
You took 700 hits of it?
It was equivalent to that, someone told me.
Yeah.
So I tripped for 10 days, dude. But here's how brilliant I was. I went back to school. I had to go to school.
Dude, that's a vacation. That's not a trip.
It changed my life, dude.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, for the better, I think, because I had such a beat down from that acid. And then when I came out of it, I just had such an appreciation for the world and for living, dude.
Like, what do you mean such a beatdown?
Oh, I saw so much shit and I was in the woods, dude. Just agonizing pain, dude. I was in
Were you
horror.
actually in the woods or were you just at your apartment?
No. I was gone, dude. I ran down the street, dude, in the Woodlands, Texas, where I'm from.
That's where you're from?
Yeah, dude. From the Woodlands, dude.
Dude, my buddy Andrew Donaldson used to be in a band over there.
Yeah, a lot of bands come out of there, man. It's crazy.
They were called Peligro. No, they had a
Really?
song called Peligro, I think.
Peligro, huh?
Yeah, it means danger. I don't remember the name of the band. Damn, dude, she just ran off into the woods on LSD.
I went to this chick Manny's place where we'd always go after school because her parents were never home. The one day I go, her mom is in there, and there's 40 kids out there because she had broken up a party, obviously, right?
Oh my God, it sounds like something in the Bible.
30 feet away, 30 yards away by a tree, and I look back and I hear them all looking, and I hear them all exactly what they're saying. They're all their lips
because they're all talking
I go,
about you.
Oh, fuck this. I just started running. I'm like Forrest Gump running all around the town. So then I ran to Nick Stanley's house, right? And his brother's psychotic, right? He needs to take medication.
So that must have been a perfect match.
So I go, she goes, just stay in here. I'm going to be right back. And her mom has all these heads of goats and horses and moose coming out of the wall. Taxidermy shit, right?
Oh, taxidermy,
dude.
dude.
I'm all looking at this. They're all coming in on me. It's the craziest shit ever. So and I had drinking like 15 of these high C fruit punch because I just need water, but I didn't know.
Those are good.
But it made me trip harder, but I didn't know that. High C
vitamin
fruit
C.
punch, yeah.
Yeah.
And my tongue was all red, right? But I didn't know that. I just drank them and ran to Nick Stanley's house. All I hear is, Nick, where the fuck are you? Roar! And I'm like hiding in the bathroom, but I'm like throwing up because I'm so sick, right? And then I can't find the light for an hour. I'm looking for the light switch. I couldn't find the light.
And were the lights on or off?
Off, and I'm in the dark, and I'm just trying to throw up. I hear Nicky, brother, kicks in the door, boom, flips the light on like it's nothing. Lights are on. I see all this red shit all over the walls. And I thought
What was it? Blood?
It was high C, but I thought it was blood. So he goes like this. He goes, what the fuck? And I think something's wrong with me now. So I'm just crying and running from house to house. It was the worst experience of my life, dude. I don't even know how we got into that right now. Oh, that band. But dude, I'm glad that I actually experienced that, man. Because if I can experience that, I can experience anything, dude.
So at the end of that, and I want to, man, you seem like definitely kind of a rowdy house guest to have around that time of your life.
Big time.
But B, that's interesting. It reminds me whenever I would do LSD, you get the end of the trip, you're kind of glad that it's over because you've been through a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, this would never end though. It was 10 days of just torture, and I went back to my house. I'd sneak into my own house, man, and then like this Pink Floyd poster would be pulsating, woof, woof. And I remember every day it would be pulsating a little less. It wasn't 10 days, probably like 5 days, but like it seemed like an eternity.
That's
man.
so long.
Yeah,
and you'd go to sleep and then just wake back up on LSD.
Yeah, I wouldn't sleep actually. I didn't sleep for like 4 days because I was so tripping. Yeah, it was very crazy, man. It's tragic at the time, but looking back, it was kind of interesting. So then the first night I come back in, it's like at 9 o'clock and I'm tripping hard. And then my mom's like looking at, because she set me off because I'm looking at this checkered board on the floor and it's like checkered, all the checkered speech from black and white, they all became one thing. I go, oh, this is fucked up. My phone rang.
It's like Obama.
Yeah, right, totally. And the phone's ringing, but it's moving. Like every time it rang, it would go, bang, the whole phone's moving.
Of course, like it's a cartoon.
It doesn't really do that.
Yeah.
So I went and picked up the phone and I go, hello? She goes, Steve, you sound weird. I go, what? I hung up. I didn't even say it. And then I just went on. I just jumped through the window, dude. It was crazy. Like, ran down the street, taking off my clothes. I was that guy. Yeah. And my friends are all running after me. Stop. And then, like, you got to take this. You got to take this. She's like, you're paranoid. I go, I'm paranoid. Later, I'm just be running through everything someone said to me would fire me off. Dang. It would never end. But
Stevie Starlight.
I came back home and my stepdad Edwin's on the couch watching this thing about the guy threw something on acid to him, and I thought they had set this whole thing up for me. And like I was sitting there, he's like, "Yeah, he's doing acid. You don't ever want to do acid. Acid is a bad drug, Steve. Acid, don't do acid."
And he happened to be telling you that while you're on acid.
Yeah, I thought it was all a setup.
Yeah, of course. By the acid government.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we're going to get Steve.
So,
no, I can sense that 100%. For some reason, when you're on acid, you're able to link everything. Everything.
Analyze,
It's all stitched together.
Totally.
And it all makes perfect sense.
Big time.
Oh, man. Dude, it's that's why they call it a trip, because it is, when you get through the other side, man, you're just like, oh, God, so glad that's over. Yes.
Yeah. I can still to this day just taste it and just be thankful that that's over with, man.
Could you ever do acid after that or no?
I waited 10 years to do it, and I came out here and I did it, tried it, and it was great.
Yeah.
How old were you?
15 when that happened. Yeah. I was maybe 16.
Do you honestly, and you have to be honest with me here.
Yeah.
Do you honestly think that if you're the same person, if you wouldn't have done that or did do that?
No way. I would have lived a life of terror and agonizing pain and not be in touch with myself because I'm a complicated individual.
Yeah.
But I took that, and it was a way that I had to do it because I wouldn't have found myself, dude. I would have been I'm still very awkward, but I would have been way out the gate, dude. I would have been living in an apartment in Texas with a chick who's like hates me, cheats on me.
Name what?
Name Kristen or something like that. Yeah, and she would have been a whore.
Yeah.
And like I would have had to like go to work all day, you know what I mean? And it would have sucked, and I would have had short hair. And it would have just been, it would have not been the life I wanted, dude. I'm so thankful for all that, dude.
Dude, that's amazing because, well, here's the interesting thing is, if that had been something where it must have been the right thing because you're thankful for it.
Yeah, big time. Yeah, I went through that. I'm happy. Changed my molecular structure, dude, from the core.
Well, yeah, and you wouldn't look back on something that, if you weren't thankful for it, you'd be like, oh, well, no, it wasn't good for me, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Or if it wasn't good for you, then you wouldn't be thankful for it.
Yeah.
So obviously, the fact you're thankful for it shows that
aware.
as bizarre as it sounds, that, ending up on the equivalent of 700 hits of acid was good for you.
Yeah, big time.
It was what you needed.
You never would have thought at the time that this.
Fuck no.
No, right?
Dude, I remember one time taking some, and our thing was we were like in student council, right? So like, and it's kind of nerd alert central, you know? But me and this other dude named Pat were in there, and we took some mushrooms before the student council meeting one day. So we went into like this meeting before school, and all these like kids are in there and stuff, and Pat just he was the president, right? And he took a marker and got up on the board, and he thought it was a dry erase board. It wasn't. So he just takes a marker on a regular chalkboard. And he was the president, so everybody's just waiting to hear what he says.
Yeah.
And he draws a line across the chalkboard, and he goes, "This is us right now." And then he draws a line like going straight kind of down and a little bit of a diagonal to the bottom of the board. And he's like, "And this is where we're headed if we don't get our shit together."
Oh my God. And you fucking saw it too, right?
Dude.
Yeah.
Meeting adjourned, he said. And then he fucking walked out, dude.
Genius.
And I stood up and fucking clapped. I thought it was like a real important thing, And nobody else clapped. Like it was
They
not.
didn't get it, huh?
Well, no, he'd drawn a marker on a real chalkboard that's defacing student property. Like that's all they saw was like,
oh my God.
This doesn't make any sense, bro.
I get it though. You explaining it to me.
I get it.
You know?
And so I stood up and clapped, and then so for the rest of the day I was on mushrooms, and I had on this green like felt shirt.
Yeah.
And I remember in science class I started just thinking that my arms were snakes, right? And I got so like literally for like 9 minutes I was just looking at my fucking snake hands like coming to get me. To the point where finally the teacher's like, "Hello."
Right.
And she's right here by the side of my head. And like everybody's looking at me. And she's like, "What are you doing?"
What did you say?
I said, "I'm just babysitting these snakes." "What are you doing?"
Right. What's her problem?
Yeah. And then she's like, "Yeah, I think you need to go to the restroom." That's what she said. So she might have been used to use acid and was giving me a break.
Right.
Then another time we ate something at Waffle House, and this they had a urban gentleman that was our waiter named Big Daniel, and that's even what his tag said on his thing, Big Daniel. Which I didn't know you could put big in front of your name on a name tag. It's just Daniel.
Cool. Yeah.
Let people decide.
Extra,
Yeah. And he tried to fuck my buddy one time. I remember. Yeah. And we were on acid.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
And I think I don't know if he knew we were on acid and if he was like a pedophile or maybe he was just, I don't know, maybe he just wanted to fuck somebody and we happened to be there.